Hello, Marcel, the Wood Butcher. I want you to notice something. Two things different. Number one, I didn't go from the sign that I usually put you in the space station and finagle back to the camera. The reason is, I told you in 2016 I was going to upgrade. And the Wood Butcher has upgraded. Now let that focus. My business cards for the Wood Butcher, custom made. And I purposely left the back of the cards blank because they're going to turn into price tags as well to promote the business. I want you to notice the hat too. Yeah, it's not a Marine Corps hat today. It's a hat that actually says the Wood Butcher on it. Right? I've graduated to the point where not only the hat, oh, it's crooked, but I don't want to look like one of them gangbangers on the street with the hat, over to the side. I also have these wonderful wooden pens. I hope you can focus on that. Say the Wood Butcher and have the YouTube channel promoted on them. Like I said, I apologize for the lighting. I'm a one-man show. I'm taking it a step at a time. These are actually maple wood pens, and I was surprised how nice they write. And I have to thank Vistaprint for providing me with 1,000 business cards, 2 hats, and a bunch of pens. The pens I'm going to use as giveaways to viewers and subscribers, and I'll be setting up the rules and regulations for them as soon as possible. But that's announcement number 1 for today. Announcement number 2. And also, there is a website associated with the Wood Butcher now. The web address is www.thewoodbutcher.org. It's org. The website is not completed yet. The partial home page is done, but like the buttons that tell you contact us and go to here and go to there and stuff like that, they're not completed yet. But the presence on the web is there at www.thewoodbutcher.org. Okay? As I get more time, because I'm too cheap and can't afford to hire somebody else to do the website for me. And what the hell? I can't get this straight. Yeah. What the hell? I know how to do that I know how to do that. I use Microsoft Front Page and I can HTML some code. Not a lot, but enough to make it get by. But that's the exciting news for today. Now to get on to our project for today. We're going to, and believe me, I'm going to take you from soup to nuts to this one. Okay? It's a kind of a tiered candle holder, either tea candles or the little ones that are in the little glass vases, whatever, right? Candle holder. And I actually, which is strange for me, actually produced a set of drawings for it. And here they are. Basically what it's going to look like. Hopefully. It's a first attempt. We'll see how it works out. But I kind of like the design. I kind of liked it so far that I took another piece of graph paper, because all of those little squares there are 2.5 inches wide by 2.5 inches deep by 2.5 inches thick. So I made some templates on the graph paper so that I could glue them to the wood to run them through. I'm probably going to use my miter saw to cut the long pieces, and then maybe use the bandsaw to separate them. I'm not quite sure what saw I'm going to use. But since this graph paper is so flimsy, what I did is construction paper. Notice it's red. So I transferred those lines to the red construction paper. Right? Now this red construction paper is going to be attached to, excuse me a second, a bunch of these little pieces that are pallet wood that have already been run through the planer and sanded to about 80 grit just one time. I'm not going to do final sanding until it's assembled, right? So, and these are actually like 3x3. And if you can see the lines on there, let me hold this the right way. You can see the lines on there because I need 2.5 by 2.5, which will match these perfectly. So I'll take for the first couple cuts to get my stop blocks and stuff like that set up on the table saw and on the compound miter saw and on the bandsaw, because obviously this is going to take some bandsaw work to do as we're going to walk you through the project. And like I said, hopefully, if it works, the project will look something like this. It ends up being, yeah, 17.5 inches long and 7 inches high, holding 7 teacup candles. And I want you to pay particular attention to the arch in the middle. And that I allowed myself, according to the drawing, let's see if it works, because like I said, I usually do it from eye and then make the drawing afterwards. To allowed myself an inch to attach the blocks as they step up and down. How I'm going to do the actual attachment yet, I have a few ideas. It's not going to be just glue. It absolutely is not. I'm undecided on whether I want to use maybe a dowel or two, or pocket screws. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. But as we go along with this project, we'll find out. But that's what we're up against. Oh, and by the way, I had to make something today to make this project work so that I can cut all the pieces the same way. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Now, I know all of you are familiar with, or most of you are familiar with, putting a jig on your miter slide, whatever the hell you want to call it, right, to make your wood cuts even, right? Well, that's what I did. And this is kind of a short one. It's only about 18 inches long, right? That's it. That's it. And you'll notice that I used on the back of the miter attachment, the 2 screw holes that are there to attach the wood to it. What I also did is, like most people that use miter or these type of slides do, or jigs do, is they attach another piece of wood that's a little safety thing against the blade. Well, I'll be honest with you. I kind of screwed it up, and I ended up going all the way through instead of stopping. So what I decided to do to protect my fingers is I added this piece up here so I could hold it up here and over here and slide through and still keep my fingers. I mean, I'm only using this jig. This jig was specifically made for this project because there's a lot, I mean, a lot of multiple cuts. Now, one thing I added to my jig is because if you're a regular viewer of mine, you know I've already been to the emergency room 3 times, almost chopping knees off. I mean, I was lucky. I took the tips of these two off. I mean, took them off. Took them off. They used to be a little longer than that, but they healed nicely. You would never even know that I took the tips of them off, right? And this finger here, there's a nice little scar right along here where it kickback. All of it caused by kickback and my own carelessness by being a little too comfortable with the saw than I should have been and not respecting it. I won't say it wasn't safe with it, but I didn't respect it. Well, let me tell you something. I respect the crap out of it now. So what I did is I went a step ahead, and where my kerf is for the blade to go through, I also put a piece of yellow tape there and put caution on it because within that 1 inch is where the blade goes through. Now, the blade goes through the middle of that. And if you look at the kerf, you'll see that it actually does line up with the yellow tape. I did that for me. What I also did, from the advice of another website, Christ, I forget his name, but big time woodworker. Oh no, I remember. Yeah. Well, I'm also a member of the Woodsmith Charter member plan, and stuff like that. So I get their videos and their magazines and stuff like that, all their tips and tools and learning and all that stuff, right? Right. So what I also did to keep the wood from sliding as I'm pushing it through the bandsaw or through the table saw is I attached a very mild grade sandpaper to here. It's only put on with double back tape. But what that actually does, it's such a simple thing to do. But what it does do is, give me a second here. Give me a second here to get a piece of wood. Here we go. And it just happens to be wood handy here. It keeps the wood, when you're pushing through, it keeps it from sliding. It holds it. Well, excuse me, I'm not on the table saw, so this isn't going to be completely balanced. But it keeps the wood from sliding and moving while you're pushing it through because of the abrasiveness of the sandpaper. Right? Something as simple as that, right? But if you're new to using these things, and you'll also notice I have painted red and red on the bottom. And that's because idiot me that's already been cut a couple of times doesn't want to get cut again. So when I push it through, I look at the yellow line, I look at the red. I'll hold it here by the grip, and you can see it's a generous, probably about 2 inches that I can hold here by. And like I said, because I screwed up and went all the way through, but I wasn't going to rebuild the whole goddamn thing again. So I just made that adjustment to it. So I hold it here, push from here, well, from the top part, and bang, through the saw it goes. And you can see, or maybe, but I'm completely within the safe zone of the saw blade. Okay, just a tip, just a tip. And I gotta tell you, I do not have the best table saw in the world. I have for as my table saw, and I make do with it. And believe me, I got to adjust the goddamn thing every time before I use it. It's a $129 skill table saw. I don't have the model number available with me right now. But you know what? Here, we'll pull the camera over a second, get a little saw use again, right? And there it is. Right? Ah, you get to see the sloppy back of my shop. I also want you to notice something. The thing I praised, the micro jig, is right there. And I also have, a regular little push stick, but I seldom use it. And the dry roll screws, you don't have to really pay much attention to because they're what I used. Where am I? Oh, my wire's hooked. Okay, here we go. There we go. We're going back. We're going back. They're what I used to assemble and adjust this. So they were just still on the table. Okay. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know because I wanted to put a video out there and I wanted to let you know, oh, you're going to see my ugly gray head now, but there's the hats. Why I chose white, I probably won't for the second batch. I'll probably choose like a beige or something like that because, well, I was excited and I got carried away and I didn't think, so I ordered white hats. But the Wood Butcher business cards now, website. Oh, I want to get my thumb out the way. No, other side. There we go. There we go. I'm still getting oriented to this camera. Right? I hope that gets in focus. Maybe it's better back here. Now, when I did the business cards, and like I said, this is all compliments of Vistaprint, is they wanted to give me the same wood pattern on the back of the cards. And I told them, no, I want the back of the cards completely blank, just white. Because my intention choosing this design was when I go to different places and different shows and stuff like that, is to take a one hole punch a hole in this corner, run some of that what do they call it? It's not hemp cord. You can't smoke it, right? But but cord, coarse cord through it, and use the back as a price tag, and then bango, they have all the information. Now the pens, you can see they say the Wood Butcher on them. They say as the YouTube channel, the Wood Butcher, right? These are actually nice pens. They're a heck of a lot better quality, writing wise and weight wise. They're very light, but they're nicely constructed. And I thought I really expected them to be a little cheaper looking than they were, but I'm impressed with them. I'm really impressed. And these are the first giveaway item that the Wood Butcher website or the Wood Butcher channel and website is offering. Hats and t-shirts, I have them coming, but to be truthfully honest, don't order no hats, and I'm not giving the hats away because I'm going to redo them because I realized that I forgot to put along the bottom of the logo some pertinent information, and on the back I just completely forgot. I was just so excited about getting to that level that I just completely forgot. But the pens are a giveaway, and the way you get a pen, the first 10 are going to go out to people that actually respond to my videos and have referred somebody else. And if you come to me or tell me that you had a friend subscribe to my channel, you and your friend, well, not no, and your friend, but you are going to get an official Wood Butcher rosewood pen. It may sound cheap, but they're nice. They're nice. They're nice. And hey, I got to start somewhere. Okay. By the way, if you want to email me, my email address for right now, until I get tied in with the website and everything else, which is in the making. I mean, this stuff takes time. It takes time. All right. Is MCRD PIDI at gmail.com. Give me 1 second and I'll write that down and hold it on the screen. Just give me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, but understand it's an arthritic lamb. In the meantime, oh, the camera moved away. In the meantime, just watch my hat while I write. Okay? RDPIDI at G. I know it's kind of a crude way to do it, but hey, like I said, I'm just really getting off the ground. But that's the email address to get in touch with me directly. And once again, the website, there's no links attached to it yet, but there's a presence. It looks much like my business cards, and it's getting there. I would probably say you're gonna have to give me about a week or two to get everything done the way I want it to, or the way I want it to be, before it's completely up and running. But if you go to that URL right now, www.thewoodbutcher.org, not .com, .org. The org is for a reason. That's forthcoming. You'll see the presence there. So, to me, it's exciting news. I hope it is for you too. Okay? So for right now, this is Marcel, the Wood Butcher, saying, protect your eyes, protect your lungs, protect your ears, and don't ever, ever forget about these guys. Make it a great day, and Semper Fi. Bye for now.